Welcome back to another live broadcast. My name is Sarah King. I'm a Parkinson's physical therapist and an incredibly passionate Parkinson's advocate. And here at Invigorate, we help people who have been diagnosed with Parkinson's find a Parkinson's plan of attack and implement strategies that you need to feel stronger, more mobile, and more energized for years to come, despite having a Parkinson's diagnosis. So I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're diving deeper into the topic of using exercise to help you control your Parkinson's symptoms in the long run. So you may have heard all the hype about how exercise is the very best thing that you can possibly be doing for your Parkinson's symptoms. You've probably bought into the notion that you can use exercise to get stronger, more mobile, and have more energy. And not only give it to you today, but know that it's going to make you feel all those things for years to come. And if you are watching this, you are probably so passionate about exercise that you may even have a plan. You know what you're going to be doing for exercise and you're ready to rock and roll, or you've even started exercising. If any of those resonate with you, give me a huge thumbs up. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about because I've seen the magic that exercise can perform, I guess. It's not really magic, it's just science. But I've seen so many people benefit from exercise, and being a Parkinson's physical therapist, it's my mission to let everyone with a Parkinson's diagnosis know that it's the best tool that you can use to control your Parkinson's symptoms. So if I get a little bit amped up, it's because I'm really, really passionate about it. However, there are some things that you need to know so you don't waste your precious time on an exercise program that isn't doing you justice. So when it comes to Parkinson's, all exercise is good, but not all exercise is created equal. And so there are some key elements, there are 7 to be exact, that I'm going to teach you today that will take your good exercise program to great. And this is really, really important if you have Parkinson's, because I've seen so many people come to me and say, my doctor told me it was good to exercise with Parkinson's, so I've been walking, but I'm still feeling my symptoms creep up on me. Or, I started going to the gym and doing some machines and it felt good, but I still feel like I'm going backwards. And these key elements are going to help you take that lackluster exercise program, or maybe just help you create a program, to great and actually help you feel the results. So if you're here, say hello in the comment section below. Give me a big thumbs up, a big heart. It's so great to see you guys here. I see Nora's checking in, says hello. Lanny says good morning. Good morning. Sarah Cruz says, hi, Sarah King. Hello, Sarah Cruz. Thank you guys for tuning in. So these 7 elements, which we're going to walk through here in just one second, are the ones that I teach all of my clients. They're the ones that I preach at community workshops. They're the ones that I talk about at talks. I just went to Syracuse at the end of last year, and these 7 elements were in my talk there. So these are all research-based. So if you are someone diagnosed with Parkinson's and you've heard of the Big and Loud program, you've heard of the Power program for Parkinson's, you've heard of pedaling for Parkinson's, you've heard of Rock Steady Boxing. These elements stretch across all really excellent Parkinson's exercise programs, and you're going to learn them today. And I do have a checklist if you guys want. You can download it. There's a link around this video somewhere to the 7-element checklist. And it is actually in the process of being revamped, but the first version is available for download, or maybe you're watching this on replay and it's ready for you. But there's a link around this video somewhere. Download the 7 elements so that you can go through them and really embody what they are, so that when you're working out, you can kind of remember some of the elements to help you pack a bigger punch, no pun intended, with your exercise program. Omotola's here. Hiya. Barbara says hi, good morning. Cheryl's here from Michigan. Valerie's here. Good morning, Jan. Hello, Sylvan. Good morning and thumbs up. Sylvan's our Zumba instructor. Killing it. Barbara, good morning. Susan, hello. Hi, Robin. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into the 7 elements. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. And again, we are going to breeze through these. So download the checklist so that you can just pay attention to what I'm saying and participate today. So 7 elements of a highly effective Parkinson's exercise program. Number 1, You have to always be doing big, powerful movements. And what that means is, if you're not familiar with this concept, Parkinson's generally makes you smaller and slower, makes you move smaller and slower, right? Our steps get shorter, our posture gets smaller, our handwriting gets smaller, and it slows you down. That's called bradykinesia. And what we want to do is retrain your brain to be big and fast. So we go from slow and small to big and fast, right? With big, powerful movements. And what that means is, when you're working out, you got to act like a drama queen. You got to throw those arms around. You got to open your hands nice and big. You've got to smile really big. Take big, deep breaths. Pick your knees up higher. Take your steps a little bit longer. Reach farther. Do everything exaggerated and dramatic, because your brain needs to retrain its normal. And when you really exaggerate, then you are closer to a normal movement. I'm going to give you an example. So if you have a diagnosis of Parkinson's and I told you to open your hand, you might only open to here. And that feels normal to you, but my hand isn't open all the way. If I say really exaggerate it, then you might come all the way to what's quote unquote your normal, where this feels like this. So when you're working out, your tendency is going to be small. You're at Rock Steady Boxing and you're punching right here. Exaggerate it. Try and straighten your elbow out. I'm going to punch everybody in this video here. Really turn your shoulders. Take longer steps. Act like a drama queen for the entire duration of your exercise program. Shout louder. Just explode out of your shell, because that will retrain your brain to do that in your daily activities more efficiently. So you'll leave exercise class and your steps will be longer. Your voice will be louder. Your posture will be taller. So big, powerful movements is key number 1. Give me a thumbs up if you feel like that was an aha moment for you, or if you already do that, let me know. Okay, element number 2. Your exercise program has to be physically challenging. So I'll give you an example. I have not just one, but many clients who own exercise bikes. One of those recumbents where you lay back and you pedal your feet. And when I ask them to show me how they work out, they usually get on the bike, don't turn on any resistance, pedal nice and comfortably, turn the TV on, or worse, put their phone in front of them and kind of surf Facebook or watch TV, and their legs are just barely moving. You're just moving your body. You're not exercising. So exercise is different than activity. If you're moving, that's activity. If you're exercising, you're doing something that's challenging you. My favorite phrase, all of our boosters in our online program know, if it's not challenging you, it's not changing you. And so it has to be physically challenging. And a way that you know how it's physically challenging is when you're working out, it's hard for you to speak more than 3 or 4 words at a time. You shouldn't be able to have an ongoing conversation while you're working out. 1 word, 2 word, 5 words maybe. That's how you know your heart rate's up, you're breathing deep. In the rehab world, we call this RPE, or your rating of perceived exertion. If 0 is as easy as sitting on the couch, and 10 is you're chasing a bear down the street, on this exertion level scale, 0 is couch, 10 is bear. We want you in this 6 to 8 range, where you're not quite running for your life from a bear, but you're definitely moving quickly to avoid some pain. If you're down here in the 2 or 3, which is maybe up walking around making your coffee, that's just activity. That's not physically challenging you, and your brain needs challenge to adapt. Your brain's not going to tell your body to change if it is comfortably doing whatever you're doing, which we want your brain to change. So that is element number 2. I have to say hi to people. They're checking in here. Sarah's in here from Oklahoma. Hi, Sarah. Nancy says the drama queen analogy is perfect. Yes, everybody, Parkinson's drama queens and kings. Kathy from Longview. Hello. Vicky's in here. Margaret, Catherine, hello everybody, and Michael Higgins is watching as well. Hey guys. Okay, so we've gone through 2 elements. We're going through, if you're joining late, we're going through the 7 elements of a highly effective Parkinson's exercise program. If you missed some, you can watch this on replay, or you can also download the checklist. All of this stuff is in the checklist, and the links are on this video. Number 3, the third key element is it has to be mentally challenging. So again, we're going to go back to that recumbent bike watching TV exercise. All you're doing is training your brain to watch television. With Parkinson's specifically, the ability to multitask, do 2 things at once, gets diminished because of the way that your brain is affected. So the research supports some really awesome research out there by Becky Farley, who's a physical therapist, and plenty of others, really emphasizes this mentally challenging component where, for example, you have to shout out colors while you're working out, or you have to aim for targets on the ground. You have to count backwards by 3s. It has to be mentally challenging. A good way to do this is to play games, all kinds of games, competitions while you're working out. It has to keep you mentally engaged. That's why I love boxing a lot, is because you have to go through different sequences for boxing. And, inside our online booster program, I give a lot of verbal cues when we're working out, and we're doing multiple things at once. We're moving our arms while we're moving our legs. We're getting our heart rate up. We're making sure you're mentally challenged. So that is key element number 3. Let's go on to number 4, which this is very important. This is a really big reason why I really promote Parkinson's physical therapy for everyone who has a Parkinson's diagnosis. The 4th key element to an effective Parkinson's exercise program is that it has to be tailored to you in some capacity. So as some people will say, Parkinson's is a designer disease. Everyone is custom made and has different symptoms in different ways. And I have to tell you, this is 100% true. I've seen hundreds of clients in person. I've seen thousands of clients online through our online programs, and everyone has a different presentation when you get into the nitty-gritty. Some people are really, really challenged by rigidity. So for example, in a program that's tailored to you, if you have rigidity, you should be doing a lot of rotation movements, especially if your core is really rigid. Imagine wringing out a washcloth. That's what your core should be doing to help break up some of that rigidity. Big rhythmic motions in, kind of rotation movements through the shoulders, through the hips. Those things help break up rigidity quite a bit. And they should be things that you're doing if you're really struggling with rigidity. Now, you may not have rigidity, but you may really struggle with poor posture. Your shoulders may be down and your head may be forward or even down. Your program is going to really need to focus on posture. So that means flexibility through your neck, through your shoulders, through your spine, putting your spine through all different ranges of motion safely to help you break up that stiffness and that forward posture. And, you might not be struggling with rigidity or posture, but you have freezing. Freezing can be a difficult thing. We have a video that I can share in the comments below about the 5S method for freezing, which is a good place to start if you have a freezing issue. But if you are really struggling with freezing, it can make your exercise really hard, and sometimes you need that one-on-one training first to help you combat your freezing, so that you know the strategies, and then you can go into your bigger general exercise program and work out knowing those strategies. So I hope that makes sense. The 4th element is getting your program tailored to you. And if you need to see a Parkinson's physical therapist, please just put in the comment section below that you need that website. You can go to power4life.org. It's PWR, the number 4, life.org to find a Parkinson's physical therapist in your area, or you can go to lsvtglobal.com, I believe, to find a big and loud therapist if you don't have a power therapist in your area. They can tailor your exercise program to you, and when you're talking about controlling your Parkinson's symptoms for the long term with exercise, that is a non-negotiable. Am I making myself clear? I am so passionate about this part. You have to have a program that's tailored to you. I can see Dr. Jennifer Anderson is a PT. She's watching. She owns Root Physical Therapy in Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm sure she's giving me all these hearts that I see on my screen. If she's not, maybe another therapist is. But go get your exercise program tailored to you, okay? Thumbs up? Awesome. Okay, element number 5. The 5th key element of an effective Parkinson's exercise program is that it has some component of social interaction. So you don't have to work out with a group every day, all day. You can work out on your own a few days a week, but if you have a tribe of people around you, whether they have Parkinson's or whether they don't, you are more likely to be successful with your exercise program because you're getting more than just your heart rate up from your exercise program. You're connecting with people that are in your shoes, that are in that fight with you. For me, I'm a big fan of soccer. I love playing soccer. If you know me well, I play 3-4 times a week, and it's become more than just exercise for me. They are my tribe. They're my people. They get me. We connect on a deeper level. And when you have that, you really enjoy moving your body, and you're more likely to stick with it, and you have that sense of connection. So you may not be able to do that where you are. You might be in a very small community. Nobody you know has Parkinson's, or you haven't told anyone you have Parkinson's. Come join our tribe. We've got an online community, a free online community called the Invigorated community. It's a private Facebook group. You can join us and let us know what you're doing for exercise. We have an incredibly supportive group there. We have an online Parkinson's exercise program, which I'll tell you about here in a little bit. We have a group called the Booster Tribe, and everyone goes in and talks about what they did for exercise, shares videos of them exercising, because you need that social component. You need somebody rooting you on, which brings me to number 6. The 6th key element is that it is keeping you accountable, right? So you have someone out there, preferably not a spouse or a close partner or someone that you have to live with, someone that you can disconnect from a little bit to keep you accountable, because maybe you know this, maybe you don't. Apathy and Parkinson's sometimes come hand in hand, and it can be a very strong foe. Apathy is that feeling that you just don't want to do anything. And sometimes it's really hard to fight it, especially when you are exercising on your own. So find an accountability buddy. If you need one, come join our free Facebook tribe called the Invigorated community. You can just search for it on Facebook. And find an accountability buddy who you can say, I'm going to do this. They'll check in on you, you check in on them. Create an accountability system. I think, honestly, as a Parkinson's physical therapist, the accountability part is maybe one of the greatest reasons that I have a job, is because it's hard to work out on your own, and people just need someone to keep them accountable. So make sure that your program has some degree of accountability. If you have started and quit an exercise program over and over and over again, check in. Who is keeping you accountable? How can you change that going forward? Because maybe you didn't have the right accountability system with you. Okay? Number 7, if you're resonating with any of these, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're still listening, still watching, because we're going to talk about number 7, which is one of my favorites. And the 7th key element is that it should be fun. Exercise can be fun. I have some people who tune in and, they comment below, or they send me an email and they just say, I hate to exercise. And you know what? Give me a thumbs up if that's you, because I love to exercise. Let's be honest. I'm a physical therapist. So, but I love to exercise because I know what it does for my body, and it gives me energy. It gives me strength. And sometimes if you've never exercised before, you don't know that it can be fun, and you don't know what it feels like to be in an exercise program that is actually doing you justice and actually giving you results instead of just making you tired. So that's what this broadcast is about. But, there's a reason why kids' brains develop so quickly, is because they play. they have fun. It creates this chemical cocktail in your head when you're having fun and moving that you're like, I'm addicted to this. I want to keep doing this forever because it makes me feel great. I love the people I'm doing this with. You get that endorphin high if you're a runner. Just give me a thumbs up. I know we have quite a few runners in here. So it should be fun. We play when we play, our brains respond the best. So, and then always laughter and smiles boost your mood. You can smile right now. Just give me a huge smile. See, that was great. And that brings me to the end of the 7 key elements. So think back. Are you getting all of these in your current program? Let me know in the comment section below if anyone stood out that maybe you could upgrade a little bit, or one that you do really well. Share it in the comments and let us know what you do. So let's recap really fast. If you want to download the checklist, the link is around this video, to the side or down, wherever you're watching this. Download the checklist, but here's a recap of the 7 key elements of an effective Parkinson's exercise program. Get them in there because they will save you years of your life. Years of your life. Think about how many more trips you could go on, so many more events you could attend, weddings and bar mitzvahs. And, we had a booster who got back to skiing at one point, to water skiing. Multiple boosters, actually, now that I think about it. Cheryl and Larry got back to water skiing. People are going hiking the Grand Canyon, things they never thought they'd be able to do because they were exercising in a way that's effective for their Parkinson's symptoms. So, number 1, big, powerful movements. Number 2, physically challenging. Number 3, mentally challenging. Number 4, tailored to you and your specific symptoms. Number 5, it's social. Number 6, it's accountable. And number 7, it is fun. So, tell me in the comment section below how you can make some small changes to your current program to ensure that you're getting the most bang for your buck. And also, if you're looking for a program that covers all these bases that you can do from home with myself and a tribe, we are opening our online Parkinson's booster program next week. If you are at all interested in that, you can go to invigoratept.com/booster to read about it and get on the wait list. If you're on the wait list, I'll be sending you out an email earlier than the rest of our group, just because I want you to know first. So if it's a program you're interested in, go ahead and go check it out over there. Essentially, I took these 7 elements and all of my experience as a Parkinson's physical therapist and all of my crazy passion for helping you get stronger, more mobile, and more energized, put them all into an online program. We revamped it at the end of last year, and I think there are something like 42 videos, 6 or 7 handouts, a bunch of bonuses inside this program. It comes with an in-person tribe. I do live check-ins with you once a week, and it's just really fun, honestly. We've got a lot of boosters watching. If you're a booster, just give me a thumbs up. But regardless of if you join the booster or not, I hope you can take these 7 elements away and implement them in your program. I would still love to hear about that. Download the checklist, and if you found this beneficial, please share it. Share it with a Parkinson's support group, share it with a friend, a neighbor, anybody that you can think of that may benefit from more mobility, more strength, and more energy with a Parkinson's diagnosis. So I know there's somebody out there that could benefit from watching. So give it a big like, share it, and then hopefully now you can turn a good exercise program into a great one. So I'm going to sign off here, but until we meet again, keep moving, and I'm sending you lots and lots of big hugs. All right, bye.